we are getting the tonner into the shop. So we're just loading up the trailer now, and she's going to be leaving the shed. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm actually like, I don't know how to really describe the feeling right now, but to know that this car is going to be finished and driving in 3 weeks, like, it's been a very long time coming. It's nice to actually be able to look at the car from a distance and not be super crammed up against it in the shed. It looks so good. I'm here with Adam, he's the auto LS. Now, you reckon we're gonna have it running today?
Yeah.
Let's get it finished. We've got the oil ready to go. I'm so keen to hear this thing start for the first time.
Pump up the jam.
Pump it up.
Feel the beat start pumping.
All right, we've got some dribbles.
We want it to just like have a solid screen.
Oh, so keep going.
Yeah, so take it out and just put your bung in. Where's your bung?
Way over there.
Why you got...
Is that supposed to have something on the back?
Do you not have a tail shaft?
No.
Just put it thing there.
I'm a bit stressed about this, I can't lie. Turns out I am not very prepared at all. We got the car here. As you just saw, I put some oil in the transmission. I completely forgot to put the tail shaft in. So oil just leaked out of the rear of the transmission. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit stressed, a little bit nervous. Obviously because this is an unknown sort of engine. We bought it as a runner and, you know, I've never heard it run, only from video. So it's a little bit scary. I'm gonna be very relieved when we can get it going.
And I'm just gonna stand right in front of Tate's GoPro and just get in the way and not let him film.
Oh no.
Sorry viewers, Kane said no go on this one. You're gonna have to come back later.
So now we've got all the spark plugs in. We had to modify this to get the spark plug in because it was touching. So that's all been done. We've got the fuel filter in. Put the first cylinder at top dead center. Mucked around with the carby a little bit to get it right because there was some screws in the wrong spots. There's now fluid in the transmission, oil in the engine, and I've also put on the tail shaft for the diff, so that's all in there. We're very close. I want to say big thanks to the boys here at Carline for giving up their time to help me with my build, because obviously they know that I'm in a bit of a situation where I need to get this thing done. It's now 22 days till I need to get the car finished. I'm very appreciative for them and for letting me be involved with it as well and showing me how they do it. So yeah, I'm very lucky. So we are ready for the first startup, and it is now time to fill it up with some fuel. The electronic fuel pump is filling up the tank now because I don't have a fuel filler that fits. Holy shit! So we got the car running. It is pretty crazy to hear it for the first time. Jamie's going to quickly weld up an exhaust for me. It's a lot happening in one day, and I'm very thankful for all the boys for helping me out because it wouldn't be possible without them. Try and make the 650 work and tune it down. It's just not idling right, but we're getting it pretty close. It's got a really nice note to it. It sounds killer. You can see it's been spitting a bit of fuel on the ground when it was running ridge. But It sounds mint. First drive. Oh no. That's not good. We found our issue. The spark plugs are running way too rich, and the engine was running mint the other day, but obviously the more we've started it up and had it running, has flooded it and made the spark plugs go literally black. So I'm gonna give them a clean up, get us a nice spark when we get it going. But it turns out that this carby that we've got is a 650 CFM Holly, which I knew about, but I thought would be okay for this. Clearly I didn't do enough research on that carby to suit this engine, and it's way too much fuel getting put into it. So we're gonna put on the factory quarajet because I've had that and it was worth trying the carby, but is what it is. We still don't have brakes. We're trying to bleed them and we've got an air leak somewhere. It's really, really annoying, but hopefully it's not a massive issue. Now we need to go over all the brakes again. We also don't have the clutch engaging. So when we put our foot down in the clutch, as you saw when we tried to drive it, it just didn't want to move at all. So we've got to readjust the clutch a bit more. All that's left with the wiring is to put the rear taillights in on plugs for the tray, but I can't really do that until the tray is with the car. So then we know where to route the wires and whatnot. Let's hope that the factory quarajet that we've got is good and that we can make that nice, because this thing just didn't want to idle right, which we thought we could adjust, but obviously just being such a big carby, it's just running way too much fuel. All right, so we've just got the original quarajet on there. Let's see if it starts up for the first time. It's got to take a sounds much better. Before it was like idling, bum, bum, bum. Sounded like I had a cam in it, but that's got a good note to it now. That rattle is the handbrake cable up against it because we haven't put it in yet. Waiting for the trimmer to put in all the interior before we connect that, but that's way better. The 650 was just way too big. Might have to buy another engine for that one now. Yep. Yeah, that's killer. Well, here we are. I have got the clutch back out and the transmission's out. And now we're doing this sort of stuff when we were basically supposed to have this thing driving. Yeah, anyway, it's about the third time taking this transmission out. So it turns out that I didn't put the clutch in wrong. I actually did it the right way, but it was better just to double check to make sure that everything was sweet. We needed to take the transmission out either way to get to the fork, to adjust the pivot thing on the fork, on the clutch fork. So the fitting on the back of the bell housing doesn't actually work with my transmission, which is fine. Just means we had to adjust it the best as we could before putting it back on. So that's all good now. Transmission's mint, and now it actually does work and go into gear, which is really good. So yeah, it's been a bit of a muck around. We actually got the brakes going as well. They were like just hitting the floor every time we bled them. So now we actually have brakes, which is good. Yeah, I'm so thankful for the boys at Carline, because without their help, there's no way I would have been able to do it at home. I'm glad they're not just doing it all for me as much as they are doing most of it. They are showing me how to do it and teaching me along the way, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved so far. There's still lots to do. I've got a bent axle, which is not great, so that's going to be another thing we're going to have to sort out. But that's enough of me talking. That's where we're at. We'll catch you guys when we're back on it. The next job that we've got to do is the diff, because we've got to take the axle out
We have a bent axle.
We have a bent axle. The whole wheel's wonky as, so lucky we got a spare diff, but just means that one's kind of pointless now until I could source another one. But that doesn't matter because we got to get the car done and it's there. So let's quickly take it out and then I can take it back to the boys at Carline and get it in. We got it. So I've gotten all the brakes off and everything, pulled the old axle out that was bent, and I pulled one out of the diff that I got at home. Oh, there we go. Whew. Old axle is out, the bent one, and the fresh one is in. It spins much nicer. Now the quarajet we had it on yesterday was running min. All the seals have stuffed out on it. So we borrowed another one and it's running not that great with that either. I think I'm gonna have to get a new carby. So we've literally been through the first Holly, my original quarajet, and another one that we borrowed just to see if we could get it going. Still no luck. The tonner is back home from Carline and it got to the point where we were just having so much issues with the carbys that we were having. The Holly 650 was just pushing way too much fuel and air in because obviously it's meant for a bigger engine. So it sounded cool, but was fouling the plugs. So we dropped the original quarajet on it that came on the car. It's 50 years old, but surprisingly it ran mint. It actually started up first go, idled perfectly, and the engine ran really nicely. The next day we went in to start the car again. It didn't want to move. The carby was completely cooked. All of the seals were just completely deteriorated. It got to the point where we couldn't do anything else on the car. So first thing I did was order a new carby and it has arrived today. The car has already got the timing set and the dizzy ready to go. So I'm pretty confident that if we just drop it on, she should start first go.
Hey guys, Jack's here. So as Kay said before, I'm unboxing the carby. See what it looks like.
Yep.
I don't even care.
Alright, just rip it over.
Alright.
Fresh gasket.
Got some gaskets, whatever. Here she is.
Whoa. Brand spanker. Take it
She's
out
a
of the
bit
plastic.
shiny.
Not bad. I've just put the carby on, the brand new one, and I've connected everything up, so we'll give it a quick crank, see if it turns over. I don't want to run it too long because I'm not with the boys to do it properly, but let's see how it goes. Jack's going to be in charge of cranking it.
Let's do it.
So I don't know if we're going to have enough power in the battery, but Mum's going to hold the camera. Oh, when I say shut it off, you got to make sure you switch it straight away, yeah? So just hold it when I say.
So there we go.
Do I do it so the light comes on first?
Nah, just flat crank all the way as far as it goes.
Okay.
Go on.
Go?
Yep. Foot on the brake.
Yep.
You gotta hold it. How good does that sound? How good's that? Hey? Alright, turn it off.
There you go.
How good does that sound? Woo! Well, she started up. That's a big thing. Now the next step is to go pick up the trailer because tomorrow we are getting the full interior in the car. So we're going to be waking up bright and early, get to sail at like 8 roughly. I'm stoked to see the car running properly again because it just didn't want to work before. So new carby was the way to go.